Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome back for another pick a card reading. Welcome to Whispers of the Soul. Today we are here to connect with the energy of what do you need to remember this week. For this reading, we are going to have two piles. Pile number one and pile number two. Pick the pile that you feel most drawn to before we start our reading with pile number one. Did you manage to pick your pile? Let's start our reading. So if you connect to the pile number one, what you need to remember this week, this day, in this particular moment of your life, regardless of when this reading was done. So you have the energy of the library, the villain, and the flower. So the first energy in here, it's all about reminding yourself that it's better to take a change or to take a step and make a change than actually allow things to manifest and be something that you won't be happy or pleased with in the end of the day. Okay, so pile number one, extremely important for you. The feeling that I have, or the second expression that I would use is, I know that for some people you might be surprised about what's going to happen, but it's all about prompting you in advance that if you feel that someone is trying to wind you up or taking advantage of you, have no fear of taking control of your own narrative. Because sometimes being the villain is the best thing that you can do. Because this will always allow you to rewrite the story. As long as you're being honest with yourself. So it's like saying, oops, I've done a mistake, but I don't want to keep moving on in this path. I want to make a change because I feel that I didn't take control of the situation. I haven't done what I should. Now that I can see clearly what is ahead of me, then I want to take a step back and make all the changes that are important for your life. In this particular case, every change that are important for your path needs to be taken, either because you did, let's say, you heard this message in here, and whatever comes ahead of you is not all even going to manifest because this reading will pretty much trigger the energy of, I would use the word in here, second guessing a decision or a choice. But this second guessing is almost like, I'm going to take this step, but something inside you prompts you to realize that no, this is not the best path. This is not the best decision. Maybe I can still get what I want, but not in this way, in a different way. So it's all about you taking control of your own narrative, okay? There's nothing wrong in rewriting the story as long as you're being truthful to yourself. Another example in here that can be maybe useful for you, it's you deciding that, oh, this week I want to rest. But someone comes and say, oh, instead of you resting, why don't we go party? And you're like, oh yes, I want to go. But after you remember that, oh no, I did promise myself to just be with myself, to rest, go out for a walk, have fun, yes, but maybe not at late at night, maybe during the day or in the afternoon. So we have in here a program that is meant to start, let's say, from 8 in the morning till 8 at night, but someone wanting you to take an alternative way by presenting you the option of, oh, why don't we start, let's say, 8 at night and finish 8 in the morning. So this is just to give you a rough idea that there is a decision that will come, but it will remove your peace. So as soon as you feel that you're questioning yourself and you're feeling like this doesn't make sense, this is your sign to step out of that situation. Okay, and that won't be a problem at all, because what I see in here is all pretty much wrapped up under the realms of the spirituality, of the spiritual realm of, of the universe, coming in here to say, we know that this is going to affect you, but because we are aware that your first decision wasn't based in what you were needing, we are going to allow you to change your feelings so you adjust to what is important for you. Because this is a general pick a card reading, not all messages are just for one person. Maybe one thing is for you, something else is for someone different. So you need to pick and choose what I'm about to say. What you need to remember this week is that if you find yourself in a situation where you're losing control, be mindful and remember that you need to take control of your own narrative, because someone else might be trying to call the shots in your life. They think they can waltz in and control your every move, and you need to say no to their manipulation. It might seem tempting to relinquish control, but if you give someone else power over your narrative, chaos will ensure, and it will be all in their favor, not yours. The stories inside of you make you a library on the verge of bursting, but only if you are the one to pick up the pen. Another thing that you need to remember this week is that you can always rewrite the story. A hard truth to swallow. Sometimes villains win. However, that doesn't mean you should give up or lose all hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. It can be incredibly freeing and empowering to reclaim yourself after a personal tragedy. And this is important for the people that I said. You might take a decision that you will later regret, but there's nothing wrong about it as long as you realize that this is not your story. You want to change it. You want to rewrite it. You want to recreate it. You want to trace what's wrong and replace it with what is right. So whatever it is, don't blame yourself. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like punishing yourself. It's okay. We all take decisions sometimes based in what we feel, not in what we need. So once you realize that, oh, I do feel that I want to go out, but I do need to rest. There's nothing wrong in realizing, even if it's later, that, you know what, I did compromise myself, but uh, I will show myself, present myself, and just say, I'm really sorry. I did compromise, but I can't deliver. At least in the way they might be expecting. So there's one thing in here that is extremely important. Whatever doesn't allow you to be free is not meant to be for you. But whatever is flexible, then it is for you. Remember, sometimes we walk in paths where things look like are the same, but it's extremely important for you to remember. Sometimes there will be people in our paths, they really want to help, but they will only give you what they believe is the best. But if you are willing to support them and show them and direct them the right door, they will be willing as well to make everything that is possible to adjust and change and make sure that you can walk free by doing what feels right for you. So there's an energy of respect in here. So for certain people, you might need to take a step back, but you will be able to move forward with dignity, confidence, and clarity. And this is what really matters in the end of the day, to be honest with yourself, with your choices, with your decisions. Because sometimes we do ourselves a major disservice when we aren't truthful with ourselves. There's something you know to be true, yet you continue to ignore it. Trying to lie to yourself might feel like the easiest thing to do, but things have changed. It's time for you to face reality, even if it makes you uncomfortable. No matter the outcome, you won't be nearly as bad as you think. So give yourself an opportunity, not just to change your life, but to change your way of acting and doing things. There's nothing wrong in breaking a promise, especially one that is going to be, or let's say, especially one that will hurt you, will be harmful, not just to you, but to everyone involved. So it's all about seeing the big picture by paying attention to the small details. And sometimes you don't need to convince everyone, you just need to convince yourself that you can see the truth, and that's enough to set you free. So, this is what you need to remember for this week. This is the message for people connected with pile number 1. So if you connected to pile number 2, what you need to remember this week. For certain people, like I said in previous pile, it can be this week, this day, this month, whenever it is in the particular moment that you are going to need this message, regardless of the time it's being recorded. So you have the energy of the lioness, the sun, the expectations. You've earned all your stripes. Paint the sun back into your sky. Don't seek anyone's approval. So the first thing that we have in here in place is congratulations. You've put yourself in a place where you're able to shine, to thrive, and pretty much there's nothing else for me to add actually. You've put yourself in a place where you're able to be seen, and you deserve it. So, whatever is going on, what we have first of all on the table for you is congratulations. You've earned all your stripes. It's time for you to paint the sun back into your sky without seeking the approval of anyone or without living with the energy of expectations. What someone else expects from me? Nothing, because I don't owe them anything at all. If you have to expect something, it's from your own self. Because what I can see in here, you've done the hard work. You couldn't reach the level where you are right now if you didn't put yourself through the challenges. So it's extremely important for you to not allow anyone to say that you are lucky. No, you're not lucky. You made your luck. You worked for it. You've done everything that you could to put yourself in there. So what we have in here, it's someone that was seizing the opportunities by engaging with the same opportunities that were in front of you. So a challenge presented itself, you did overcome the challenge, and you saw an opportunity in there to transform it and bring something good. And today, whatever you have, you are reaping what you've been planting. So you do deserve everything that is in front of you. So this is the first thing that you need to remember this week, that you need to congratulate yourself and be extremely happy for your achievements. Be extremely happy for who you are by embracing not just yourself, but just by saying thank you to your own self. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for having this heart that is open to thrive even where you are facing challenges. You do it with all your heart open because you're not expecting that someone will give you what you need. You're working for it. So I will say it again, pile number 2. I hope I haven't said pile number 1. Pile number 2. Whatever is in front of you, It doesn't matter what other people say, they don't know the full story. You did work hard and you deserve what you have today. Another thing that's extremely important in here for this pile, okay, is to remember that whatever is ahead of you and whatever is happening is pure love that you did pretty much put in your connections. We have people in here. I wouldn't say you were pleasing others, but it's like, when you're supporting people, you're caring for what they need. I feel a sense of retribution, caring for your connections and your connections giving back to you what you gave them, which was love, hope, whatever it is. I just know that this pioneer needs to know this week that everything that you have, it comes as a retribution for what you've already done for others as well. Another thing that's important for you is to remember that you're loved, you're cared for, and people do definitely uh, love you. This is the best way of putting it. You have genuine connections right now in your life. So whoever is in there, including the people that you might feel like, I'm not sure if this person actually really likes me, know that they do care for you. Regardless of what they are going through, not being able to see clearly, just know that they do care. So it's almost like being in the presence of someone that you feel like they don't like you, but actually they do love you. They just don't know how to express it, and you are incapable to read this emotion because even them as well, they are confused. It's almost like love and hate. They can't leave you, but they can't stand you. But they just can't understand why they can't stand you. And the chances are is because you might remind them who they used to be, and they are not what it they are not it anymore. Okay? So it's almost like saying, you know what? That's okay. We all go through ups and downs in life, and sometimes we just need to give love, and that love will shape the energy and surround that person with clarity based in true feelings. So, to wrap up your reading pile number two, on top of things that I've already mentioned, okay, the first energy that comes with lioness, it says, you've earned all your stripes naturally. Sometimes with growth comes a little scaring or a little scarring. You've come incredibly far, and you should be proud of the person you have become. Think of your scars not as a reminder of the pain you've had to endure in the past, but as a proof that you can survive anything. It's time for you to paint the sun back into your sky. Don't build a home that will come crumbling down if a single person walks out of the front door. When it comes down to it, we can't depend on other people to make us feel happy or fulfilled. The fact is that people are going to leave from time to time, and you are the only one who is guaranteed to stay. Take the time to find sources of joy outside of your loved ones. You deserve happiness that lasts. So remember, people will always have their own expectations of who they think you should be in the process. Their opinions are almost always based on restrictive societal norms and therefore are extremely unrealistic. No matter what they tell you, remember that you have permission to be whoever it is you most wish to be. You don't need anyone else's approval, only yours. So, this is a week for you to embrace your power, embrace your potential, and reclaim your real power. It's all about remembering who you are. You are the sun of your own sky. So don't stop shining so you can please others. Keep shining, keep moving, keep enlightening the world. You do deserve to be the center of the attention. You work hard for it, so whatever is ahead of you, take it. It belongs to you. So, this is what you need to remember this week. Whatever lands in your path, it's yours. Even if someone wants to call it a miracle, it's a miracle that you deserve because you did put yourself out there and you did work hard to be on the spotlight right now. So paint the sun into your sky. It's time for you to shine. This is the message for people connected with pile number 2. To each one of you that came to this reading, thank you so much for your presence. Looking forward to see you next video. Bye.